Good morning, everybody. It is May 2nd, 2020, and we're going to take a brief look at some CNN. I wanted to switch to a different news source to see what people were saying other than the ones I've been posted, so I'm going to run through a couple this morning. We're going to do CNN first with Don Lemon here. Let's see what they have to say.
Now past 60,000 deaths.
Lies.
Imagine that.
I kind of have to, Don.
60,000 deaths from the coronavirus in this country. You probably remember it was just last week that the president was predicting the total death toll from the virus. It would be 60,000. That would be the total death toll. We are already past that point. There's so many more people in the hospital, many more people who are sick. But as there are more and more cases, over 1,038,000, as deaths past 60,800, there may be, excuse me, if I can get my mouth to work.
He can't lie his way through this one. Maybe it's because you know it's complete garbage you're speaking right now, Don Lemon.
There may be a glimmer of hope on the horizon.
You're going to stop your broadcasts?
A glimmer of hope, and that's good news. Dr. Anthony Fauci, optimistic
Oh, no, you didn't.
about a possible drug treatment for the coronavirus.
Oh, here comes the vaccine. Here it comes.
The data shows.
I'm sorry.
That remdesivir has a clear-cut, significant positive effect in diminishing the time to recovery.
Hold on. Let's take a look at some of your data real quick here. Last updated May 1st. Total cases 1,062,446. Make sure you guys don't ever look at these little asterisks, do you? Not you guys, the ones that watch my videos. The ones that my videos are being shared with from people that normally watch my videos. You, the new people watching my videos for the first time, you're going to want to go back. But I'm going to show you exactly why I'm laughing and a lot of other people are laughing at what we just heard. 62,406 total deaths. Okay, notice what it doesn't say. It does not say total confirmed COVID-19 deaths, and here's why. Confirmed and probable cases. As of April 14, 2020, and please go back and watch the hashtag debunkthisfauci busts the CDC again, because this is not true. Okay, this didn't start on April 14th, 2020. It started long before that. But I don't want to digress here, so let's move on. Case counts and death counts include both confirmed and probable cases and deaths. Okay, this is also a lie. This change was not made to reflect anything issued on April 5th. Anyway, then they give you a little bit more information down here about what a probable death is. Now, a probable should be a clinical criteria. So let me just punch this up real quick so you can see exactly what they're talking about. Bear with me. There we go. I apologize. Okay, so down here you have a clinical diagnosis where laboratory confirmation is inconclusive or not available. Up here, a 7.1 is confirmed by laboratory testing as virus identified. It's very important that you know that as we move forward. So when you look at this, these should be receiving a 7.2 classification. You can use either one. Okay, tells you how right here. So they're not doing that though. They're not using both. They are combining them. And how you get to that, let me show you. Click the weekly summary. It's going to take you to this page. Scroll down until you see mortality. Notice it's a link. A little hidden link right here, folks. Click this link. Scroll to the bottom. Go to the. These are interesting, by the way. You should check these out. Scroll to the bottom here. Come to here. And you can clearly see, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Okay. You see the 1 just outside the parenthesis here. Follow that down and find the 1. It's right here. Deaths with confirmed or presumed COVID-19 coded ICD-10 code U071. So if this data comes from actual tabulation of death certificates, and as people have conveniently pointed out, there's a delay, allegedly from 1 to 8 weeks on this page. Every other page on their website, however, says 1 to 2 weeks. But again, I don't want to digress. I've already shown you guys that. Go back in the other videos and find it if you're a first-time watcher. So what you're looking at here are actual death certificate tabulations. Now you'll notice that there's a big increase from here to here. Okay? That increase is because on March 24th, this was sent out from National Vital Statistics. It was put into effect immediately. And they specifically instructed everybody that if the disease caused or is assumed to have caused or contributed to the death, that it should be put on the death certificate. This came from Stephen Schwartz, Director of the Division of Vital Statistics, National Center of Health Statistics. So when you look at this number, that's why you have such a large jump in between here and here, because on the 24th, that went into effect, which essentially, I mean, you can see the gigantic jump. I mean, it's more than 4 times the amount, and it stays that way throughout, and it gets worse and worse and worse, okay? And it's because of this right here. Now, keep in mind that NCHS is not following up on cases that say probable or likely. They're just going to go ahead and assign the new ICD code, which is what you see happening here, right here. Okay, coded, presumed, coded to U07.1. They shouldn't be doing that. They should be doing 7.2. That would give us accurate data as to how many lab confirmed cases we have and how many cases we have where lab confirmation is inconclusive or not available. That would separate the data. That would allow everybody to start moving resources around accordingly. But that's not what's happening. So let's just keep going with his analysis over here. Dr. Fauci is talking about, let's rewind him.
The data shows that remdesivir has a clear-cut, significant positive effect.
Okay, let's just stop him right there. Remdesivir. He's touting this remdesivir. Well. Isn't it just an interesting coincidence that remdesivir is made by Gilead and is the cure for COVID-19? And here's where it gets interesting. China holds the patent on the drug through an agreement with Gilead's drug patent sharing subsidiary branch called UNITAID, which has who has an office near Wuhan, and you'll never guess who are the main financial investors. None other than George Soros, Bill and Melinda Gates, and the WHO. Now I know what you're thinking, it's all just coincidence. And don't let me forget the other coincidence that Gilead and UNITAID were financial supporters of Hillary Clinton. And then there's one more big coincidence. We can't forget this. Dr. Fauci was the one who was authorizing millions to be sent to the Wuhan Institute of Virology specifically for the study of coronaviruses. They were doing a gain of function study. Feel free to look it up. Again, if you're a first-time watcher, we discuss it in the other videos. You can go back and find it. Now, just like they say here, nothing to see, folks. Just keep moving. Please pay attention to the bottom part right there. Do your own research. If you think that I'm wrong, It's okay to say it, but you're going to have to prove it because I'm going to call you out on it. Because I've clearly demonstrated that they should be using two codes right here, one for clinical diagnosis and one where it's confirmed by laboratory testing. I just showed you that that's not happening, and in fact, they are recoding the presumed deaths to make them appear as if they were a laboratory confirmed death. If that's not fraud, I don't know what is. So, he has zero credibility with me. And if she sits next to him, allowing these lies to continue, she has zero credibility with me. If this guy wants to keep reporting this stuff like this on false information, 60,000 deaths, we know that's not accurate. We know it's not. And besides, how did they come to that number? Remember, these are based on tabulated death certificates. Do you remember where we started, folks? Let's just back it all the way up here. There you go, 62,406. Now they tell you in the about the data, like I showed you, they say as of April 14th, right? But that's not the case. As I said, you can go back and find it in our other videos, but they do tell you that they are combining them, okay? So if they're combining them, and the number we were just at is combining them also, and this is based off of actual death certificate data that they have tabulated. And they tell you that there's a lag. So if there's a lag, and this is the number that they've actually tabulated right here, 37,000, then you should be asking yourself exactly where this number comes from. Because none of us have any idea whatsoever, other than the fact that it seems to continuously come from these guys, the same people that you see constantly on your news media being shown. It's the Johns Hopkins CSE, System Science and Engineering dashboard to ArcGIS. I happen to be an ArcGIS member. I'm also a member of the And so right here, we're looking at, again, the US, let me highlight it, 65,244. Allegedly, there's 18,000 deaths in New York City alone. I just want you guys to see something real quick. Remember this number, 18,000 in New York City. Spain, the country of Spain, has 24,500. The country of Italy has 28,000. The United Kingdom, 27,000. All of the United Kingdom. France, 24,000. Germany, 6,000. They have half. Germany has half the amount. The entire country of Germany has half the amount. Okay. 1,222 in Russia. 3,000 in Turkey. 6,000 in Iran. 6,000 in Brazil. 4,000 in China. They have 3 times the amount that China has, folks. Are you not seeing what's happening here? A giant majority of these are coming from New York, and they are clearly fraudulent. This is being recoded. Doctors there know that. Again, let's just keep going. Let's look at our neighbors to the north, Canada. 3,500. You're trying to tell me that New York, watch it update, 18,000. 18,000. Apparently they just added some. 18,000. Pick any country over here. Saudi Arabia, 176, folks. Come on. Switzerland, 1,700. India. Do you know how many people are in India? They have 1,200. Do you know how densely populated some of the areas in India are? 1,200. New York has 18,000. Mexico has some seriously densely populated areas in Mexico. 1,900. Why is that, folks? Start asking questions. Why do all these places have such a small number of deaths? Look at everybody. Everybody is below the US now. And why? That's why. They have 1/3, almost 1/3 of the total deaths in the entire United States coming out of New York. If you guys don't see that this is fraudulent, here, let's just scroll through them. Here, I mean, here they are individually. Now, keep in mind, this is based on CDC data. So as we know that these are combined, these are all being combined. These are not lab confirmed COVID-19 deaths, plain and simple. So now what you're seeing is cumulative confirmed cases. I just want everybody to see that. This is what they're telling you right here. These are confirmed. Cumulative confirmed cases, 65,000. Is that true? No. Not if they're getting their data from the CDC. Start paying attention, folks. These people aren't telling you the
Now
truth.
past 60,000 deaths. Imagine that. 60.
Like I said, we have to imagine that because this is lying to you. It says it right here, confirmed cases. This says it right here, probable and confirmed cases. This tells you what happened and when it happened. It's all right there for you folks. This is garbage.
60,000 deaths from the coronavirus in this country. You probably remember it was just last week that the president was predicting the total death toll from the virus. It would be 60,000.
It would be 60,000 if the CDC wasn't manipulating the data. If Schwartz wasn't sending these directives out. If they were using both codes. If we weren't being lied to by Johns Hopkins University. Like, I'm just going to stop here, folks. We connect all of this stuff in our video right here. WHO, the WHO, the CDC, Gates, Vital Strategies, Chanzuk, social influencers are being paid, the Tag and Trace program. Everything that I just showed you is also in this video, but this is the long version. This has everything. This tells you all the players. It gives you the paper trail. It shows you the amounts, the names, their videos, their one-on-one conferences with each other. It's got it all. Watch this video, folks. It's got everything. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that I do look at other news sources, but this is why I don't look at other news sources, because this is a blatant lie. This person is a blatant liar.
What would be the total death toll? We are already past that point. There's so many more people in the hospital. 1,038,000 as deaths past 60,800. 60,800. There may be, excuse me, if I can get my mouth to work, there may be a glimmer of hope on the horizon. A glimmer of hope, and that's good news. Dr. Anthony Fauci, optimistic about a possible drug treatment for the coronavirus.
The data shows that remdesivir has a clear-cut, significant positive effect in diminishing the time to recovery.
Okay, so here's what that means, just from that.